Hello friends, in this video we will go into the fundamentals of quality indicator in clinical laboratory. Quality in healthcare is an essential concept. However, the methodology to measure the quality is in preliminary stage. Rather than a qualitative, it will be a quantitative terminology. Developing quality indicators is an essential concept. I have made an attempt to throw a light on quality indicators in clinical laboratory. Developing key performance indicators and monitoring, auditing and improving these parameters is a dynamic process. Quality indicators are also known as key performance indicator. Medical errors can result into enhanced inconvenience such as time lost, unnecessary patient visits can result into serious consequences of diagnostic delay or error. Total quality management is a specific approach to the art of management that aims to provide its customer with product and services that fully meets with their needs. Quality management also requires commitment and full participation by all employees in the continuous quality improvement activities by continuously improving effectiveness and reducing the errors, defects and waste. This requires process for monitoring and addressing these type of errors. This is done by defining some quality indicators in quality management system or clinical laboratory. Here we have summarized information on quality indicators related to the laboratory testing to assess current gaps with respect to the stages of laboratory testing processes. Quality indicator is defined as an objective measure evaluating critical healthcare domains as defined by Institute of Medicine, that is IOM. A quality indicator is a tool enabling us to quantify the laboratory's performance by selecting a certain comparative criteria. Any quality indicators needs to fulfill primarily two inclusion criteria. These are: it must be an indicator of laboratory functioning and it must cater at least one IOM, that is Institute of Medicine healthcare domain. In recent years, laboratories have used varying methods to develop quality indicators to comply with the requirements of accreditation standards and to monitor and improvement and patient safety. The quality indicators selected should be defined to identify those events that reflects the actual situation in questions. They should be user friendly, they are easy to measure, they should provide the information for improving performance, they should be understandable and encourage prompt and suitable corrective and preventive action. It should be emphasized that the goal is to achieve the maximum quality with minimum waste and minimal error rate. As of now, clinical laboratory, it means to offer a right patient, right service in the right moment, that is to provide the reliable result from the best available sample with appropriate interpretation in the most cost efficient way. The biggest challenge is how to measure your own performance and how to assess your performance compared to other laboratories. That is what quality indicators are used. Quality indicators are measurable, objective, quantitative measures of key system elements performance. Every clinical laboratory accredited according to the current standard for medical laboratories, that is ISO 15989, shall systematically monitor and evaluate its quality indicators. Quality indicators can either be measures of processes, outcomes or contribution of the laboratory to the patient care. They can indicate the quality of key strategic, that means organization and management, and support, that is external services, supplies, maintenance and environmental safety processes. It is of utmost importance that quality indicators addresses all the three key processes in the laboratory, that are pre-analytical, analytical and post-analytical. Number of quality indicators to be monitored varies depending upon the size of the laboratory, workload and test volume. Small laboratory usually monitor less, whereas large laboratories monitor more indicators. Number of quality indicators can change with time. Certain indicators should be monitored as long as it provides useful information on the system performance. Quality indicators are useful not only just for self-evaluation but also for identifying opportunities for implementing corrective actions, performing root cause analysis, developing a quality improvement strategy, modifying targets or action thresholds, reporting to interested parties, and deciding to continue monitoring or stop monitoring the indicator. Quality indicators should have clear, unambiguous definitions and interpretation, whereas the ability to measure the indicator is prerequisite for its successful implementation, reproducible application, monitoring, and evaluation. Now we will see how to define quality indicators and what are the criteria seen while defining a quality indicator. These include its relevance, technical importance, and in relevance we have to see whether it is relevant to the area of interest, it is financially and strategically important to stakeholders, clinically important aspects of health defined as high prevalence or incidence and significant effect on disease burden, whether it is differentiate between biological variation among populations, whether it needs for the measure how much it contributes for overall improvement in the healthcare system. Now, technical importance of the quality indicator. Technical importance indicated to be of great importance to improving quality of care, whether it is repeatability and reproducibility of the results is possible, whether it is practically feasible, and it should be statistically measurable and comparable. Timeliness and possible utilization of a quality indicator in the clinical laboratory improvement should be seen. For this, we have to see some indicators of good quality indicator. A good quality indicator should be measurable, achievable, interpretable, actionable, timed, engaging, and balanced. Whenever we define a quality indicator, a systematic procedure can be followed. A step-by-step procedure needs to be followed while defining a quality indicator. First of all, objective, that is what we are trying to measure. Methodology, that is how to capture the data, who will capture the data, and how often the data should be captured. The third thing is the limitations of quality indicator, whether it is acceptable, concern, unacceptable, or critical. Presentation, like graphic presentation, tabular form presentation, text presentation should be looked. How to interpret the data, that is interpretation, or what does it mean? Does it reflect your quality? What are the limitations, unintended variables in the quality indicator? What should be the action plan? Indicates acceptable performance, if it does not indicate the acceptable performance, and finally exit plan should be mentioned in the procedure while defining a quality indicator. Laboratory operations are divided into three major phases: pre-analytical, analytical, and post-analytical. While choosing the appropriate quality indicators, all the three phases should be taken into consideration so as to cover all the areas of laboratory operations. Quality indicators in pre-analytical area can include erroneous request, error in patient identification, test order appropriateness, inadequate sample, missing sample, needle stick injuries. Whereas in analytical area, external quality assurance results, internal quality control results, imprecision, inaccuracy, total errors can be included. Quality indicators for post-analytical laboratory activities includes number of tests completed but not requested by the clinician, number of tests not completed, reports with erroneous patient or physician data, hard copies of the report given out, average time for critical result reporting, number of critical results successfully reported, reports exceeding TAT, customer satisfaction, which includes patients as well as clinicians, numbers of report corrected or withdrawn, alias downtime episodes, technical staff error. In addition to the key processes in the laboratory operation, strategic and support processes are also important for successful functioning of a laboratory. Those processes refer to the laboratory organization, communication, education, environmental safety, resolving of complaints and non-conformities. All those activities have substantial effect to the overall quality of laboratory processes. It is therefore also important to monitor some indicators of those strategic and support processes. Quality indicators in strategic processes can be goals reached, referred tests, projects carried out. Indicators for the support processes include physician satisfaction, patient satisfaction, written complaints, verbal complaints, corrective maintenance of the equipment, non-conformities to providers, evaluation of training effectiveness. Financial indicators in clinical laboratory includes efficiency, that is defined as the cost per test, productivity, which is defined as the workload per staff number, total number of working hours, preventive maintenance cost, and number of clinical trials and number of accredited tests. The next part is implementation of these quality indicators. Implementation of quality indicators requires precise definition of quality indicator with effective monitoring and measurement. For successful implementation of a specific quality indicator, dimension of specific indicator are to be clearly defined. Implementation of quality indicator should follow the routine Deming PDCS quality cycle, that is plan, do, check and act. The quality indicator should be monitored as per frequency mentioned in the procedure, should be evaluated periodically, and necessary corrective and preventive actions should be taken. Once the quality indicator is implemented and data is collected, the next part is presentation of all this data. Measurement of quality through quality indicator monitoring generates data that is to be interpreted and represented in graphical form. This statistically analyzed data can be represented in the form of simple tables, bar diagram, histograms, line diagram, pie charts. Presentation of data should be self-explanatory and informative, from which some conclusions can be drawn and which could serve as input for further plan of action. Defining a quality indicator takes a lot of effort. While setting goals of a defined quality indicator, literature data is to be put forward. The dimension of quality indicator are taken into consideration and should be defined. So when we are setting limitations or acceptance and performance criteria for a quality indicator, the literature data should be evaluated. Goals should be fixed according to the and peer reviewed data. Now, when a goals which are set for quality indicators are not achieved, corrective action and preventive actions are to be initiated. That includes staff education, frequent awareness programs, training programs, stringent monitoring program, improvement of the other routine processes in the laboratory. Some of the times the processes itself are defective, so the correction redefining of processes should take place so as to take proper corrective and preventive action to achieve the set goals for the quality indicator. Quality indicators should be closely monitored after corrective actions and preventive actions are undertaken. In order to appraise the effect of implemented changes, indicator can be monitored either for certain period of time or permanently. A laboratory can even stop monitoring a quality indicator and introduce another one. Here comes the entry and exit of a quality indicator from the quality management system. So we will see the cycle for quality indicator monitoring. So with this quality indicator cycle, we have come to the conclusion of this video of the quality indicators in clinical laboratory. With this, I will be ending the video on quality indicator. Thanks for your support and feedback. Thank you.